Spirit X Strike is a game I was hoping would be my new obsession. I've known about it for a while, but never followed it closely to understand its mechanics. I just saw a couple trailers with crazy stylish action, and I said, that's definitely for me. I avoided the demo, I wanted to get the real experience. And, well, it was sent to me for the early access launch, and I've been playing Doom for 6 weeks, so it'll be nice to put something else on. It feels and looks a lot like a character action game from 15 to 20 years ago. It's fast, arcadey, snappy, button mashy, but also very tactical, difficult, and deep. Light and heavy attacks lead to a generous variety of combo strings that end in knockdowns, knockbacks, and launchers. I think these are all given to you way too quickly, and I would have liked to see some kind of Ninja Gaiden style progression that unlocks new combo strings. Aerial combos are fun to pull off because of the way enemy physics works, and it's easy to just improvise your attacks and get some fun juggles. Combo strings can be delayed to change timing, which has to be amazing for high-level combo play. I'm sure people who've been on the demo are already doing wild stuff. However, for as cool as everything is, the combo strings, in my experience, make no sense when actually applied during combat. If you do a parry or a jump attack and then you try to go into a combo string, it's like it skips over certain inputs, so whenever I try to, say, jump punch and then go into my air launching string, I get a completely different string. It made it insanely frustrating to actually apply the string I was trying to learn, and I simply cannot find any logic in how all this stuff is supposed to tie together. Most of what comes out of my character seems completely random because the rules of what buttons you have to press for certain strings change depending on what comes before it. It's kind of a mess. Breaking enemy structure through attacking or parrying results in fun kill animations, and each one restores a little health. It's just like Sifu. You have a magic meter that gives you these fast teleportation attacks leading to insane combos even on bosses. The camera is actually really good, pulled back far enough to keep the action in view, and I rarely ever had to adjust it manually, usually just when fighting the motorcycle guys who drive around like maniacs. I really don't like that enemy. And would you look at that, wall transparency. So many people give me crap for complaining about the lazy modern camera implementation, where the camera flies into the character when you get close to the geometry. Look at this, I'm still able to see my character when I'm up against something, and he remains at the same distance. A small indie title like Spirit X Strike can do it, but apparently no one else can. The levels look, not great, really basic, but I don't really care because I just want to fight anyway. It's enough, it gets the job done, and there's a story that I couldn't care less about. There's a strong influence from Ninja Gaiden, which is just what I was hoping for when I saw the trailers. From the feel of attacks, to the occasional Izuna drop animation, to the resurrection flask, and the ninjas with claw hands on. What I wanted from this game was Ninja Gaiden meets Sifu, but unfortunately, it feels like they took the parts I really don't like about Sifu and amplified them. It might seem like this is a hack-and-slash, brawler, beat-em-up style action game, but in many cases it's not. There is a massive emphasis on defense that just sucked the fun out of the experience for me. I'm not saying it's bad, it's actually pretty interesting. In the multi-enemy fights, like in Sifu or Ninja Gaiden, you're able to play very actively, incorporating smart defense and quick reactions. But the boss fights here are 1v1 tests of pattern memorization, lightning-fast defense, and multi-parry timing. They're well designed, and if you're into this sort of thing, I think you're going to have a lot of fun. Bosses have different classes of attacks that you can counter better if you can switch stances right before they hit. Pretty new concept for me, it's cool. But my least favorite part of Sifu was the boss fights. I think Sifu is at its best when you're dealing with big fights like you're in a martial arts movie. Multitasking, and duck a punch, stun him, and throw him across the room. Pick up a bat and beat someone. Sweep to bypass an enemy guard state and then back kick the guy approaching from behind. Fly in with a running kick, throw bottles across the room. Yeah, you have to use the avoid mechanic a lot, and parry if you choose to use it, but it feels so natural to be on the offense in that game. Spirit X Strike doesn't have as much offensive variety as Sifu, and also cranks up the defensive side of things to a degree that becomes a bit tiresome, even in the best fights. And this is 100% a personal preference thing, it's just not really the balance I'm looking for. Just like Sifu, the boss fights drag down the experience by taking away most of the active play against common enemies, and now forcing you to sit there and memorize a bunch of wild attack strings and attack variations, class switches, delayed attacks, transformation into new attack strings, and focusing hard on reacting to split-second changes where you're doing lightning speed parries. I can do it with enough patience. I just really don't enjoy it or feel good when it's over. I only feel relieved that I can go back to the parts of the game I like. I beat the first 3 bosses of this early access version on the Master difficulty, which makes the bosses pretty damn hard, but I need to play on Master so the common fights are still challenging. I don't want them to become button mashers. Around boss 3, I said, yeah, this is not the game I was hoping it would be. I'm really tired of the defensive focus and string memorization, as well as the super quick visual reactions this game demands of you, which I admit I just don't possess. I honestly don't mind working hard to learn and beat a difficult boss. I do it all the time in all kinds of games. It's very rewarding, I look for that. But if what I'm learning to do isn't something I find fun in the first place, then I don't come out of the fight feeling satisfied. And yeah, I know when you master the game you can do big combos and all that, but I have a feeling it's gonna be boss after boss after boss in this design style. I took down boss number 3, feeling happy that I could do it, but also very ready to get back to the real action. And then it put me directly into another boss fight with all new behaviors to learn, and it was block, block, parry, parry again, and damn it! Damn it! I'm not enjoying this. I played Ninja Gaiden 2 for the first time this year, and I love how proactive I was able to be. That my form of defense was a good offense, and using iframes from executions after delimbing, activating magic, or doing a quick air launcher to get off the ground. That's more my style. I didn't have to constantly block, dodge, and parry. If you like Ninja Gaiden and Sekiro, you'll probably love it, but I'm pretty let down that this doesn't actually play closer to Ninja Gaiden when it clearly has a big influence from it. It feels good to play, I don't have issues there, and I won't ask the game to change to be the game I want it to be. It's just the design doesn't do it for me, sorry guys. And it makes me think, are these kinds of videos really worth doing? I'm asking the regular viewers, do you like when I basically just talk about why a game isn't enjoyable to me, even if I think it's good? Because sometimes I feel like it's just a downer video for no reason. It's not like it's a big, entertaining negative piece on a game I think has real problems. I'm just here expressing disappointment in something I think is good, but just not for me. After the whole Actman Doom the Dark Ages video thing, it's got me thinking about how I talk about things here. I don't know how much value there is in a video about personal disappointment instead of actual criticism, or praise for that matter. You tell me, do you get something out of this? I do. I get to figure out my feelings through this process. And for some of you, this will be the first time you've even heard about this game. You'll check it out and you'll love it, so I've done something positive. And I'll be honest, coming on here to express my exhaustion with this game's defensive-centric gameplay, knowing that people are just ready to jump on me saying, oh, but you like the parry in Doom the Dark Ages, it's the same thing, you hypocrite. Having to spend several minutes explaining the differences in their implementations, it doesn't exactly inspire me. Maybe I'm just a little tired. I have been pumping out 2 to 3 videos a week for like 2 months. I could use a break. Alright, better luck next time, I guess. I hope Ninja Gaiden 4 doesn't end up as defensive as this. It'll break my heart. Bye, everyone.